Hello everyone and welcome again to Galileo TV. My name is Silvia Romano, the Chief of International Affairs for Centro Studi Galileo. With me today is Madi Sakandé. Hi Madi.
Hi Silvia.
Our beloved expert international trainer and most importantly from recent times, the President of U-3ARC, the Union of Africa Associations for Refrigeration and Air Conditioning.
Yeah.
So Madi, first of all, thank you for taking this time.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I would like to take this occasion of you being with me today to give an insight to our viewers, and especially international viewers, about your work in U-3ARC, because you work relentlessly for the development of our sector.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask, what is the importance of refrigeration, not only for the sector itself, but for the well-being and the benefit of the whole African continent?
Thank you, Silvia. This is a great question. As you can understand, refrigeration in Africa means a lot. I used to say refrigeration is a key for sustainable development in Africa. You know, often we are seeing the picture around Europe, Western country, of children dying because of lack of food. We don't see the picture that were 2 days before where this food was wasted because of a lack of a cold chain in Africa. So refrigeration is very important for African country. I want to remember you that 80% of African population are living in rural area where we have three main activity can be agriculture, fishing, where there is water, and breeding. So with this activity, you know, the production coming from this activity need refrigeration sector to be sustainable. So to give sense to the activity of the 80% of the African population, we need a refrigeration sector. So to develop Africa, definitely you need a refrigeration sector. Developing refrigeration sector, having of course a good cold chain, we can preserve food for Africans, and we can give sense to the activity of 80% of African population, and of course we can create the development all Africans are asking for. So I think refrigeration is the key for the development of the continent, and we have to work on that. This is the reason why we are actually working in U-3ARC to promote refrigeration sector, to even let policymakers know about refrigeration sector, because most of them doesn't know what is a refrigeration. So they think refrigeration is air conditioner. Air conditioner is not for everyone. So they think refrigeration is luxury. So they don't know the difference between air conditioner and refrigeration has a cold chain. So we have to let them know the difference. Even the recent activity has tried to create a committee with journalists across the continent, and there sooner I will have training with them to let them know what is a refrigeration, in order to give them the possibility to communicate about refrigeration. Because when we talk about a common citizen of in Africa, they don't know what is a refrigeration. Refrigeration for him is air conditioner. Air conditioner is not for everybody, so it's luxury. We don't want to talk. So we have even the very whole law and rules in Africa which don't permit refrigeration sector to be developed in Africa. And we are highlighting all these issues in order to have a possibility to grow refrigeration sector activity in Africa, and of course to support the development on agri-food sector, and also to be climate friendly, because you know, Africa is a part of Article 5 country, Montreal Protocol, Article 5 countries, and we are already using some kind of refrigerant that can damage the climate. So we, as U-3ARC, we are working also to raise the awareness. This is the reason why every year, every month, we start to make a free of charge training online to allow all African technicians to get awareness about new technology, and also to upskill their knowledge about the refrigeration sector.
Yeah, your job is very important, especially to raise awareness, as you mentioned, through the free trainings, also through the policymakers, but especially thanks to your international cooperations with the United Nations, with other associations like AREA. You just did 2 months ago, a free training translated simultaneously in 3 languages, which was very followed throughout the whole continent. And this is very important, of course, to give the meaning.
Exactly, and we are on the way to do the same thing, because I'm talking with Aria again, probably next month. So I mean by 21st of July, we will have another webinar jointly organized by Aria, UNIDO, and of course U-3ARC, to talk about the tools for flammable refrigerant, because we are talking about training, but we don't talk about equipment, how to use it. So we would like to make another jointly organized webinar, training webinar, to allow African technicians to know about the new tools and equipment for refrigeration and air conditioning sector, to be sure that when we will be able to afford to buy this equipment, we know how to use it. So we are on the way to train. Even few days ago, we celebrate World Refrigeration Day, and we made international press conference with journalists on 4 important topics. We talk about agri-food and refrigeration, to show how refrigeration is important for agri-food sector. We talk about air conditioning in Africa, because we have a lot of inefficiency machines in Africa, because you can see a big building of 10 or 7 floor with monosplit air conditioner. Is abusively consuming of energy. We are talking about gender also, gender in refrigeration sector. You know, we have very few ladies in refrigeration sector, not only in Africa, but we are pushing more everywhere, but we are pushing, you are an exception. We are pushing a lot in Centro Studio. Galileo is an exception, because I know you have a lot of ladies in Centro Studio, Galileo. And all African continent, we have 60% of the population are ladies. So we cannot develop the continent without ladies. So I believe strongly we have to include more ladies in our activity. So then we have a 12th topic about gender matter within refrigeration. And the 4th, of course, we talk about refrigeration and environment. So these were an activity we made to celebrate World Refrigeration Day, and to raise the awareness about refrigeration. You know, refrigeration sector is a transversal one, link it to some other actors. We have agri-food sector, we have health sector, we have environment, we have employment, we have youth, we have a lot of sector, a lot of ministry in Africa who can get profit with the developed refrigeration sector. For us, it's very important to share this view and to raise the awareness to at a policy maker level. Then we will decide to develop new tools, new rules, new regulation to help technicians and even schools, because refrigeration can provide more job, and then we can develop our geo-continent Africa, and also avoid issue to the rest of the world, because we are talking about climate change. Climate change is not only about surface, as we can say this is Europe, this is Africa, this is Asia, or this is America. The world is a small village. So if something smell bad in Africa, of course here in Europe we will, our nose will
it's not only
smell
about
also this bad things. So it's very important to share this view.
Yeah, it's not only about being fair and equal, it's also about having a development that is sustainable for future generations across the whole world.
Of course.
So this is why important to cooperate among continents, not only among countries anymore.
This I think human beings join the moment that we have to think differently. We have to live as human beings, and we have to stop making business as usual, but we have to review our politics, our plane of business, to see we cannot continue to get everything and the other get nothing. So we have to start to even to divide what we have, and keep everybody fitted well is a good start, because we cannot continue to throw away, will keep it as worse foodstuff in some part of the world, and some other part we are dying because of a lack of foodstuff. So it's
It's a long
unbelievable.
story.
We are in this moment able to go until to the moon, and we are not able to feed people next to us. It's unbelievable. So I think mankind can do better, and I think refrigeration sector can help on this.
That is also what we hope and what we're working for. And
Yeah.
we want to thank you once again, not
Thank-
only for what you do for the sector, but also for our cooperation.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you so much to you and to Center Studio Galileo for the big job you are doing to raise the awareness around the continent in Africa and also in Europe, because you are looking a lot in terms of training in European regulation. F-gas sooner we will have a frame of refrigerant in the new regulation. Of course, in Europe we need more training, and I know that Center Studio Galileo is always on the top of the aspect to make everything work. So I'm sure Cantisio Galileo will overcome, also has used this new challenge.
We would be nothing if we did not work together. So
Of course, together, only together we can. This is what I'm saying usually to our member in the U-3ARC. Together we can. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
thank you so much.
Bye.